Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining our webinar today. Much appreciated. We got an exciting one today with Seed Studios, one of our great partners. Today we'll be speaking about RTLS IoT applications unveiled by TagoIO and Seed in our 2023 webinar series. I am David Hall. As I said, I am a customer success manager here at TagoIO. I also have the pleasure of working with Shuyang Zhou. She is a director of sales and marketing at Seed Studios, so she'll be presenting today as well. Today for the agenda, high-level agenda, we'll be speaking about the advanced perception system, the SenseCap T1000 tracker, which I personally have right here. I love the tracker, it's great. Indoor and outdoor positioning, RTLS platform, that's basic real-time location sensing. We'll speak a little bit about analytics and reports. I'll give you a short live demo and we'll have a Q&A. And speaking of Q&A, there is a Q&A section on the right side of your screen to where if you have any questions, you could post them there. For some reason, we don't get to all the questions, but we'll try to get to as many as we can.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, David, for the invitation. It is such an honor to be here with you for this webinar. And before I dive into the products, I would like to also use this opportunity to give a brief introduction of who we are first to the audience who may not familiar with us. So here at Seed, we position ourselves as an advanced perception system provider. We organize our products into four main categories. The foundation are the sensors. We have a rich sensor portfolio, I think, more than 300 different kind of sensors to cover a wide range of scenario. And then in network layer, it provides products like gateways and router to provide network coverage within the buildings and even across the campus, throughout the city, and even for remote places. And then when you have all this data, you will need a solutions for local data processing for fast response. So this is where the edge device comes in. Our device can handle the image or even video, and for applications like robotic and security. And then cloud. Our cloud services are natively supported for Seed products. And the main functions are the fleet management and fast configuration for our devices. And we also actively work with software partners like Tago.io to provide the integrated solutions. And apart from the products, we provide the customization service across all of our products to serve customers with specific needs. Here are some numbers and keywords that I want to share with you guys. We have been serving developers and system integrators since 2008, and we specialize in hardware products for IoT and Edge AI hardware products. The services we provide are R&D services and manufacturing services for customers who need customization services. We have more than 200,000 customers globally, and these are some of the vertical markets that our products are working, are widely used in such verticals. And these are some of a few samples of our customers. Returning to the main topic for today, the real-time location services. I think a tracker plays a pivotal role in such solutions. Before, the tracker are widely used in for fleet using as an electronic login device in fleet management for compliance. Use this device to monitor the speed of the car, the fuel consumption, the mileage, and the service hour. And it is often required by the local government to install such device on vehicles that provide commercial services like taxi or police cars for safety compliance. And most of these trackers, they are 4G basis. And you may also find a significant usage of the tracker found in from the BLE devices like the Apple AirTag and Tile. And this tracker provides a really convenient way to locate items that are easily misplaced. When it comes to these new applications, these popular trackers often for short. So let's take the BLE tracker as an example. The tracker with the BLE connectivity has limitations on the data transmission range. So imagine that you are within a building and being downstairs and you want to track the asset on second floor or third floor. And a typical BLE tracker may not be able to help with that. And as for the 4G tracker, while 4G indeed has a better coverage, but the limitation here is that it can't be easily expanded to a wilder area like a mountain area or ski resort or mining sites that where places may not have good coverage. And as we encounter more and more new applications like share equipment management or want to ensure personal safety for outdoor activities, we believe that an ideal tracking solution should be able to offer first, provide the reliable network coverage, even if there's not, even if with the weak coverage, it's able to expand and boost the coverage and signal really easily and quickly. And then with extensive communication range and low cost for sure, because 4G, the transmission fee for 4G is actually a lot of commercial use. And then for the tracker itself, it should be with the miniature design are easily attached to different things like even for envelope like spaces. So we have designed this products, SenseCap T1000 tracker. It is a car size LoRaWAN GPS tracker for seamless indoor and outdoor positioning. It does four things: accurate positioning for indoor and outdoor, environmental monitoring, because it has three sensors, embedded temperature sensors, light sensor, and the motion sensors. So this device can provide more than just location. Situation awareness and embedded with SOS button and buzzer for emergency report. Let me dive into the features that makes SenseCap T1000 stands out. Feature number one, seamless indoor and outdoor positioning. SenseCap T1000 effectively leverage Wi-Fi and BLE for precise indoor positioning. So it is designed to sniff out the Wi-Fi signals and to detect the BLE beacon, and then record the top four Wi-Fi devices or top three. Yes, I think top three BLE beacon that with the strongest signals. And also it utilized the GNSS. GNSS is GBS, GLONASS, Galileo, and Beidou for outdoor positioning. You may, probably it's not clear enough, but you may refer to the screenshot from my phone. You can see how the location is displayed on my phone. So first it detects the longitude and latitude using the GPS, and then it switched back to the Wi-Fi MAC address when it's indoor, and then switch back to the outdoor. So to obtain the indoor and outdoor positioning. And feature two, compatible with global LoRa network. The reason that we offer LoRa is because compared to 4G, the data transmission fee is so much better. The power consumption is lower. And most importantly, it gets the flexibility to expand your own coverage and build your own network in areas that areas that need to enhance the signals. So for our tracker, you may either tap into connects to a LoRaWAN public network, which is available in more than 160 countries and provided by more than 100 different operators in the world. And some of the notable ones are the Things Network, Actility, Everynet, and Helium. or you can use our or you can build your own private LoRaWAN network and use our trackers in your own network. And I think the private LoRaWAN network is the perfect solution for routing areas like school, resort, and construction sites, where the activities and movements occurs in a regular and predictable ways, like students moving between classes, or the guests who visit the resort that will visit the certain attraction regularly. And feature three, auto switching frequency when cross regions. This feature for global logistic is really important. It means that, let's say, a tracker moving from Africa to US along with the goods. So when the tracker is in Africa, it uses 868 megahertz frequency, and then when it arrives US, it will automatically switch the frequency based on the detected location coordinates, and then switch to 915. So it is still functionable in US, which is really important for optimal performance when cross regions. Feature for a tracker that can sense and that can react. So temperature sensor is useful to monitor the goods that are sensitive to temperature, like food. And a light sensor used to detect the unpack activity. Motion sensor is useful to identify if the goods in transit, or to monitor the potential physical damage. And the button is easy to switch the tracker into SOS mode, which means that it sends data frequently to your platform, and also trigger the buzzer, beep, 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 to give alert to the people nearby, to tell them, there's an emergency occurred. Feature five, car size, tiny but with just 615 millimeters, tiny but strong, with IP65 enclosure. Offline data storage when out of connection. It has the capability to store up to 1,000 records locally. And when the tracker gets back to the places that has signal, it will begin uploading all the historical data. Feature seven, easier with SenseCap platform. We have an app which is called SenseCap Mate, enable you to get the location data with only 3 steps. Just scan the QR code, power on the devices, and then you will see the data on your phone. Last but not least, feature eight, it is customizable. So even from the smallest customization, like white label or enclosure customization, or you want a bigger, you want to enlarge the flash memory, or you want a more juicy battery, um, then or all the way to the certification you know, for specific needs, we are here for you. And now the product is on Kickstarter. Uh, so if you're interested in this product and you like this product, please, please, please back us on Kickstarter now. Pretend there's a link here. So please back us after this webinar. Now the product is fully supported by TagoIO, which means that you will be able to experience a complete indoor and outdoor tracking solutions in one place. Now I'm going, over. I'm going to turn it over back to David. Then he will elaborate more about TagoIO and give us more information about his comprehensive tracking solutions. Over to you, David.
Thank you very much. A lot of the things that Shi Yang hit upon, I'm going to show you very quickly in a demo here at the end. But here is the SenseCap tracker. It literally took me, I don't know, once I downloaded the app, it took me less than 2 minutes. to start receiving data. So it's really an awesome sensor. I've had it on my farm here for over a month. But let's talk about the landscape of IoT a little bit and how TagoIO fits in there. What you're looking at here in swim lane 1 is really where your assets are and where the sensors are. Right now on TagoIO, we have over 500 sensors available, and we are expanding that on a weekly basis. We are always adding different sensors. I'm getting ready to add 3 more seed sensors this week, but we have a variety of sensors. And then you can see that there's a gateway. So again, you have the sensors on the far left, then you have your gateway, and then you have your connectivity. Whether that's LoRaWAN, it could be really anything, right? Because we support all kinds of different types of connectivity, such as satellite, cellular, narrowband IoT. So it's really, and it's just one handshake that you have to do with your LNS, and then you're done configuring that portion of it. And then in swim lane 3, you see where you have TagoIO itself. And think of TagoIO in 2 separate ways. On the top, where you see the logo, TagoIO, that is the developer portal where you're going to do things to develop your application, right? And then down on the bottom where you see run is we have Tago Run. And that is your end user interaction applications. Again, I'll show you that very quickly, but there's a lot that you can do there. And then for the integrations, you can integrate very easy with the API with SAP, Jira, Weather Channel, CRMs. People have all kinds of different integrations when I work with them as their customer success manager, right? So again, you have the developer portal where you're going to build everything out, and then your Tago Run portal is really going to be your end user interaction point. And some of the key features that Xu mentioned about the tracker, the SenseCap T1000 tracker, is you could track devices indoors and outdoors. And I do that here on my farm. You can have a location map, a site, a room with a geofence. Your alerts can come in 3 different fashions. They can be email, SMS, and push notifications. But it's not just limited to one or the other. You could do any one of those, or you can combine all 3 just to have maximum coverage. And your historical data can be exported from the platform at whenever you desire to do that. As I mentioned, integration very, very easy to do with SAP, ERP system, CRM, Twitter. I mean, whatever you want to integrate, you really can. You can have access control for users and organizations, which I'll talk about that a little bit more. And really what it is, it's permission based. You might have some users be able to do certain things and other users not to be able to do certain things. And you could add your own BI for advanced analytics, which is really cool. I'll speak about our advanced analytics as well. But for now, let's continue. Benefits and characteristics. So improve time just basically by setting it up, integrating with your third parties, creating reports, and reducing dwell time is one of the main things that I hear people talk about when they come to me and they speak to me is they have a problem. If somebody, it takes a while for people to react to things if you really don't have IoT and TagoIO in your life, right? It really is. And it's becoming very streamlined, quite honestly. You could have a geofence where you're alerted if equipment goes in or out. And that geofence can be indoors, outdoors, wherever you like it. And then there's easy map setup where you can see, where things have moved, where they've been, where they're at now, and so on and so forth. So again, one thing about Tago is it's very, very customizable to suit your business needs. And we're really proud of that, and people obviously take advantage of it. You can have a fully automated solution, and you can have a mobile app, as I said, Tago Run. When you think of mobile app, Tago Run is the end user application. You can access it a few different ways, but one of them is just through the mobile app. Indoor sensor setup. This goes right in line with the SenseCap T1000 tracker. On our RTLS platform, which if you create an account, a starter account, you can have access to this as well. And we're always doing modifications and making it cooler and cooler as time goes on. But right now it has a lot of features. And this is just a few. I'm going to show it to you in real time. You could upload floor plans. And when people think of floor plans, they're always thinking of indoor. But you could actually have a map of maybe an outdoor storage area, right? Where you want to track where things are going and coming, whether that's a geofence alert or whatever you want. You can certainly do that. Easy to select your floor plan, and you can register the beacons. You can also arrange the beacons. One thing to note here is that when you are out in the field or one of your coworkers are out in the field, they don't need to be at their computer to add a sensor or add a beacon or anything like that. All they need to do is access it from the mobile app on their phone or even their laptop, and they'll be able to do all these things. So custom analytics, extremely popular, right? So it's really to make sense of the data. And if you look on the right, that is an example of the custom analytics widget. On the far right, where you see the columns coming up, you can really navigate that and drill down and zoom out and see where things are going. You could spin it, and just so you can get real-time data of what's been happening, what is happening right now. And then you have the box plot report. Again, you can make it very wide to see a lot of data, or you could really drill down to get to what you're looking at. Again, the 3D chart, extremely popular right now. You can create your own custom widgets as well. There's more on that on our site, or as I said, I did put in chat my email address. I'd be glad to give you a demo on anything that you would like, TagoIO or Seed related, as our relationship is building here. And as I mentioned too, you could do chunk export, API integration, and so on. So there's a lot of different things you can do with custom analytics and really mine your data, right, to get more information. And reports and customization, also extremely popular, right? You can schedule, or have manual reports go out. They can be configured by your end user based on the administration rules. It's just up to you on how you want to manage the permissions. PDF and CVS reports are what people are using today. And honestly, it's mostly PDF because you can make it really cool. You can add your images, your logo. There's all kinds of certain things you can do there. You could have it email out to your end user on a schedule that you choose. You could do it manually by an alias. Maybe you have a group of people that need this report weekly, and so on and so forth. You could also add your company logo, as I said, and it's fully customizable, right? And there's multiple settings there that you can do, and we have some great online help about these types of reports. So let's talk about the mobile app. The free mobile app is extremely popular, and I'll show you on a slide here coming up. But basically, you can make your solution available to end users, as I said, with the mobile app at no cost, right? It's great for engagement, visualization, your company, promoting your company, push notifications, access control, adding sensors when you're in the field, as I mentioned, and things like that. So there's a lot of things you could do there with the mobile app. And of course, you can white label it, right? It's a very low cost to white label the mobile app, but that's where everything about Tago is removed. Excuse me. And it's really just promoting your company in that aspect. So this is just the generic Tago, the Tago Run app, right? So on the left, what you're seeing is just where somebody's downloaded the app. In the middle, what you're seeing here is where you can add. By the way, it's highly customizable. Again, all free at this point. You could have your company logo. You could change the colors. One thing I like to do, and I like to demo this because people think it's really cool. When you're at the sign-in page or the create account page, as you see in that middle image, you could have a video in the background of whatever you want that to be that relates to to promoting your business. And then you could obviously have your maps with icons and things like that. Again, highly configurable. It's really up to you what you want to do there. Okay, so how to get started. You can create a starter account, very cheap, by the way, to do, and you get lots of different things, 100 dashboards, bunch of devices that you can add, things like that. But the really cool thing is you can download, install the free Kickstarter. That's what we call our IoT visualization kickstarter, right? It gets you going. So don't worry about developing everything yourself, right? We really built this so our customers can have a foundation piece, right? So you can download this and install this in your profile, in your developer TagoIO profile. You can download, install this, and manipulate it any way you want. It's very customizable. So what I'm saying there is when you download Kickstarter, don't think that that's all you get. You can really change it to anything that you want. And it's a great starting point. And then you can customize and deploy your own RTLS solution. All right, now I'm going to share my screen and give you a live demo here quickly. Let me just share here real quick. Okay, so here you're seeing the sign-in page. Again, there's lots of different things you can do here. As I said, you could have a video in the background. We made this specifically to promote Seed and this tracker. I will be creating more. I will be adding more of their sensors because they're just so reliable and great to use and extremely easy, as I said. It took me just a few minutes to get my SenseCap going. And then again, with white label, you would not see runs on TagoIO and things like that. So let's log in here real quick. So here what you're looking at is the RTLS application. Obviously, I have some things predefined here. But here, the idea is I can have different organizations that are doing different things. Maybe I have one organization that is tracking pallets within a warehouse, and I have another organization that is tracking their trucks in and out of warehouses on the highway, whatever it is, you can do it all right here. Before I get into the site list, this is how easy. So if imagine yourself out in the field, right? I'm on my mobile device. I need to add my SenseCap T1000 tracker, right? I would just click add here. I'd select some predefined fields. I'd select my network and I would just scan the QR code. You could type in the EUI and then you would just associate it with what site. 3-4 clicks and boom, you're done. It is set up. Here right now I have an equipment list to where I have my SenseCap tracker, right? So I can track where everything is. But to add a site, it's easy as just dragging the pin and dropping it or typing in the address. That's it, create, you're done, simple. But let's dig into this just a little bit more. So this also goes along the lines with what Xu Yang was speaking about and what I was speaking about during the slides. Here you can install, or you could, download your floor plans. Again, they don't have to be indoor. It could be an outdoor floor plan if you want. And in this particular one, easy navigation, we support thousands of floor plans. I have customers that have 100 or more floor plans that they use. But here I have my SenseCap tracker, and this is real. And I have a geofence around it. So I want to know when this comes and goes. Also, you see, again, this is all configurable. This is just how I did it very quickly. It only took me, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes to create this application. And here you can see the temperature, the luminosity for the light, the battery level, and currently right now I have no alerts, but I could easily press the button on the SenseCap sitting right next to me and it would register within milliseconds. For the map, if we talk about the map just for a minute, we have, this normal map views that you can do. I personally like the satellite map. But here you can easily zoom in and out. And if I go to, let me just zoom in this way, just show you something quickly. So you can easily zoom in and out and find what you're looking for and so on and so forth. So again, very easy to use, quick zoom, quick out, and you're there, you're done. It's great to go. With that, let me see if I could drill down here just for a moment and try to show you. I don't know if I'll be able to find it here because I made it too small, so that's kind of my mistake. Here we go. Here in this particular case is where I'm really zooming down into where my house is. Giving away too much information here, but I put a geofence around my entire property. And one thing I've done with the SenseCap T1000 is I've changed this geofence. I've shrank it. I've made it bigger. I've drove on I have some farm equipment. I've drove out here in my fields and I got an alert when that when my tracker left my desired geofence. And I also got an alert when it enters the geofence. So again, all that very doable, very easy. And again, now let's imagine that I'm out in the field. I can easily add my beacons here. It's very easy to do, just 3 different fields to fill in, and boom, it's registered, right? Also, as I said, the floor plans here again, I can just easily edit the beacons just right over here with this button. I can move them after I've added them so I know where they're at and where their location is. That's for the indoor setup, obviously. And for geofence, again, very easy. I won't walk you through it here, but you can create your geofence around anything that you want, again, indoor and outdoor. And here we have an easy asset search. So you might start build out this application and might have a bunch of different sensors, not just the sense cap. But here you could track them, you could easily search for them and so forth. Now, when we talk about users here quickly, when we think of users, again, think of permission levels. Maybe you don't want an end user or somebody on your Tago Run application, your end user application. Maybe you don't want them to be able to add sensors. Maybe they could only view where things are at. Again, all permission based, extremely easy to use. Or maybe you want them to be able to add stuff. Very simple to do. Again, I am not in the developer's account. I am on the end user application RTLS. So if I had my mobile app right here, I would be looking at the same thing that we are seeing on my screen here today. So again, easy to do. I can easily say what type of user it is. And again, all configurable. As I said with Kickstarter, because this is based off of Kickstarter, is just built for RTLS, is that everything is configurable, right? Because once you download Kickstarter, you own it. You could do what you want with it. And by the way, when you invite the user, they're going to get an email that they need to confirm, and it'll have the link, and it's very easy for your end user to access the application at that point. Quick navigation too. I only have one organization, and underneath that organization, I have my site, which is my house. But you could have that to where I might have 4 or 5 different organizations, going back to my example before, that are doing different things. Maybe one's a restaurant business and one's Walmart or whatever, right? And underneath those organizations, I could have a bunch of different sites that are associated with that organization. So it goes deep, right? But again, very easy to configure. And then for your alerts, you can create alerts. You could have them predefined. You could select what piece of equipment you want the alert. You want to know the condition. Do you want to know the battery level, geofencing? Again, up to you. I just predefine these, but you could have whatever you like. And then here, as I said, you could select all, or you could just have a few. And then you could select what users will get it. And then lastly, you could just generate a report very easily and send it out. Or you could have this on a schedule basis, right? So again, very easy to use. If you would like a one-on-one demo, as I said, my email address is in the chat, but you could certainly also just go to our site and ask for a demo there. Okay, I believe we have one more slide. Okay, so if you want to learn more, as I said, access our site. We have a lot of cool things. A couple things that that I would be able to show you if we do a one-on-one demo is I already spoke about Kickstarter, right? To where that is a foundation. Well, we have predefined, pre-built, if you will, templates that will also get you started, right? So it could be for tracking a bus or some route a truck is taking. So we have a bunch of things on there on our website that can really help you. I think of TagoIO as really self-help, right? That we can do. So somebody can come there and not know much about how to build the application or IoT, and with our videos and with our predefined templates and Kickstarter, you can get going very easily. You can create your account today at TagoIO. We do have free accounts, but Kickstarter is not available for the free accounts. You must be at least have a starter account, which again is extremely cheap on a monthly basis. We also have a very cool learning center. Again, It's defined on different levels of knowledge in the IoT space and about TagoIO itself. So we have a fundamentals module course to where you can really get the basics down of how Tago works. And then we have a developer course. By the way, all these are free to you, free of charge. Everything in the Learning Center, you could sign up for one module, you could sign up for all the modules, and you will not be charged anything for that. There is a certificate at the end that does cost a little bit of money, but it gives you something that you can show your employers or maybe a potential business partner that you really understand IoT and the Tago application. But thank you for your time, Shi Yang. It was a pleasure doing the webinar with you. Let's do more of these. We are building up the smart farm, so that's coming up, and we'll have some really cool things there, how you guys can interact with that. So keep on the lookout. Follow us on LinkedIn, both Seed and TagoIO, and you will see these postings. But thank you for your time, everybody.